Yes, I pressed this until it was moving. Okay, we're back. D, we're back again.
Back again.
Quick one before we even start. How do you find your meal?
Oof, chef's kiss. It was so good. That's the best fish I've had in months. Months.
I'm glad you liked it because
So
you've
good.
been delivering some wisdom right here. Also enjoyed my meal. Had some amazing king prawns. Been a while since I had some prawns. Loved it. Derek alikula tu chips.
Where? Chips na sausage, just
No,
chips.
alikula tu chips because Babu said he was too full for breakfast.
Ay,
But it's
where?
okay. Thank you so much, Sarova Panafric, just for the amazing meal and even the room where we're able to have this amazing interview. Okay, let's continue this conversation, D. So, where we left off, you're at Coke Studio, but before joining Coke Studio, you had done an album.
Actually, I released the album the first season after the first season of Coke Studio. I released an album.
That's now Magic in the Air.
Magic in the Air.
That's what
yeah.
my Isikuti Love.
My Isukuti
Ooh,
Love.
like that song. Like that song.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was
so-
very blue.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
very, very blue.
Yeah.
And now we understand what that is. If you're catching us at this episode and you don't know what blue means, there's different colors: blue, gold, purple, and red. Go back to the previous episode and check that out. So let's talk about this whole album. Why Magic in the Air? Tell us about the production.
Yeah.
Let's go get in.
So I was coming from the philosophy of do what you can with what you have where you are. So these are my aspirations, but what's in my hands now? What can I do? What are the steps I can take? How can I make music? How can I develop my sound as an artist? So Magic in the Air was that, like, what do I have access to? Okay, we can record songs in the house. We have a microphone. Mbithi is making beats. Jim Chuchu of Just a Band has sent me some instrumentals. Let me write to what I have now and just make music. My husband, Mbithi Masia, was big on just having a body of work. It's about the work you create. So you can call yourself an artist, but if you don't have work to showcase that you're an artist,
True.
then just make something, make anything. So we start working on this project in the house. We record it. I don't even think I had knowledge about like mixing and mastering. It was just what we had. We did our best with it. We tried to figure out how to make it sound good, and we put it out.
For real?
Yeah.
All this was done in the house.
In the house. We did it in the
Whoa.
house. And it was interesting to see how far something that you make out of passion can go, like in terms of influencing people or creating a fan base, but also realizing how alternative I was at the same time. Like I was like, I'm not gonna think about it too much. I'm just gonna make music, whatever flows from my spirit, without thinking of commercial success. I really didn't have a plan for it, like how to market it, how to make sure people hear it. That's
So go on. Sorry, Polly, about that.
No, it's okay. So it was just that thing for do something, do anything. Just start moving, start trying to figure out what your sound is, do whatever flows naturally, and let's make a record. Let's just make work, right?
Yeah, I get. And how many songs now are we talking?
It was about, I think, 14 songs. Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a full album.
That's an album, yeah.
And did you play any instruments on any of them? Or it was Mbithi and Jim Chuchu?
No, I didn't play any instruments on them. I did write a guitar part for the song called Rise, but another guitar on the actual recording, a guitarist, Newman, played on it. Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I didn't actually play on the record. But yeah, it was just, it was such an authentic expression. I wasn't trying to be commercial. I wasn't trying to sound like anyone. I was just making music.
I get it.
Yeah.
What's the first single that you release off this Magic in the Air? First of all, why Magic in the Air?
Because that was the title track. That was like my favorite song on the album. And it's Jim Chuchu who did the instrumentation. And it was the first time really I had had a song and I'd felt like, yes, this is me. Like, I love this vibe. I know it's alternative, but this is me. Something in the air tonight. Something in the air tonight. Magic everywhere. There's magic everywhere. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? I can feel it moving through my bones, moving through my soul. Oh, 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 oh. Make it last forever. Freedom is in the rhythm. It's in the melody. I hear it over and over. But the first single was Isukuti Love, actually. That song, my gosh. To this day, people are like, Isukuti Love. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And that one had a video. Who shot the video again?
Mbithi.
Well, exactly.
So
Is
the
the one who
song
shot
was
all your
by
videos?
Jim Chuchu. The video was by Mbithi. I think for that Magic in the Air season, yes.
It was him who shot it,
Mbithi
yeah?
shot like everything, yeah. Road trips and young romances, breakups and second chances. Our rhythm steers through all these years. If love is a drum, you are my drummer. I'll dance to your beat only forever. If love is a drum, you are my drummer. I'll dance to your beat. My Isukuti love. Is it good for me? Is it good for me? My Isukuti love. Is it good for me? Is it good for me? Ringing the one din din and the boom boom boom. Adding my nyatiti, then it's me and you. My Isukuti love. Is it good for me? Is it good for me? Is it good? Heartbeats and stolen glances, oceans and wedding marches. Our music plays through all these days. If love is a drum, you are my drummer. I'll dance to your beat only forever. If love is a drum, you are my drummer. I'll dance to your beat. My Isukuti.
Okay, so where did Isukuti Love come from? Like, what's the inspiration behind that?
I guess being in the Afrofusion world, like Eric Wainaina would sing about like Orutus a lot, and I wanted to tap into that Afrofusion world, so I was like, oh, I'll sing about Isukuti. And because of the story of the Isukuti drum, like it's British people who had the drum apparently and were like, oh, it's good, and then the Lunjes were like, Isukut. So I was like, I want to play with that.
I didn't know that. That's
in
what
a
came
song,
from.
yeah. In my Isukuti love, Isu good for me. It's good for me. So I just wanted to play with that and like bring in the world of like Afrofusion. I was trying to figure out what my sound was. Like, am I going to be an Afrofusion artist? Am I going to be a pop artist? Am I going to be a soul artist? Like, what's my path? What's my sound? What's possible here? If I made something that's authentically me, because for the longest time, whenever I tried to make something different, I was told, don't do that. No, don't do that. No, be more like this, be more like this. So that was the first time I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make whatever I feel like and see where it goes.
And so, of course, a lot of these songs you're just releasing on YouTube and social media. Mainstream media is not even an option for that. For this, especially this first Magic in the Air album. Now I love it because in the space right now there are very many indie niche groups that have become actually very cool to go to, and you feel jealous that you don't sort of know about this niche musicians, and a lot of people want to be a part of what the niche musicians are doing. Then it wasn't so much so. Then
it wasn't that cool. But like I had Just a Band as a reference point because they'd built such a strong following, and they were not accepted in mainstream media, but they'd formed their own lane. So I was like, oh, maybe I can form my own lane. And there wasn't much community at the time, but I am happy that there's more room for alt music now. And there's a whole scene, and artists are growing and getting opportunities. But at the time, it was just like, what are you doing? This doesn't work in Kenya.
So what's the next song that you do? Or when I say, what's the next video that you shoot?
Rise, I shot, and which is a ballad. And now, like in retrospect, I'm like, that was so gutsy. Like, I really did not care about how it was going to be received. I wasn't caring about validation, like, for the first time ever. I was just like, let me make a body of work that's cool. And see where it goes. You just throw a dart and hope it lands somewhere. Let's see where this gets me. And so, I guess it helped me connect with people on a really personal level, because I didn't actually have a hit song with like 1 million views. But of those 2,000, 3,000 views, like people who are DMing you to be like, this changed my life, or this got me through a really difficult situation, and understanding the power of music to connect and to heal. Whereas initially I had wanted it for power, now I'm experiencing music as a tool for comfort. Like what I make can actually impact someone's life in a joyful way, in a soothing way, and realizing the power music has to do different things.
As sure as the day, as sure as the night, as sure as the darkness, as sure as the light, as sure as my death, as sure as my life, as sure as this moment, I will rise. Just like the sun in the morning, the moon at night, my time is coming. Just like the sun in the morning, the moon in the evening, my time is coming. Sitawachwa nyuma, sitawachwa nyuma, sitawachwa nyuma. It's time I rise, I won't be left behind.
And I'll keep saying this, I don't think you know how anointed and gifted you are as a songwriter. Let me explain to you why. I'll never forget, there's a hook you came up with out of the blue during one of the hip hops. I still remember it till today.
Wow.
I think it was Imani, IMNAI, Kuanatuma, Ini. God will take us higher. Can you remember that?
Oh my God, it's like a dream. It feels like a distant memory.
Like and I always wanted to make a song out of that thing because I was just like, listen to
wow.
like the part. I didn't even understand. I think Imani was then quite to my, but I till today I haven't understood. Anyway, it's just like that's the power of music. So I do hear this thing that you're saying about power, but I have experienced it from you. I remember we would always say, give the hooks to D. Give the hooks to D. Give the hooks to D. You get, okay, so I love the fact that now while you're doing this album, you're beginning to hear people tell you about the impact that your music is having on them. Had you at this time started looking at music as first of all as a career? Have you decided this is the only thing? And also as a tool?
Well, so like my vision or my dream, going back to manifesting, like what is it that you want? I wanted the career where like this is your life, you're in the studio, you're making records, you're going on tour, you're selling merchandise or whatever, but you're actively in the career of music, and it's growing and you're getting big and the shows are getting bigger and you're traveling the world. Like this was really my desire. And so when I was younger, I guess I was stubborn enough to believe that I could do it my way without trying to change myself or conform myself. Like me in my purest form, I can be that. I wasn't necessarily trying to fashion myself into a Beyonce or a Rihanna. I just thought I'll be an Adele, or I'll be, but I'll do it my way. I'll make my own music and then I'll live out this dream. Like if it's, and I was more in the space of like an India Ree or a Jill Scott, and that's really where the core of my musicality was. Like this is the kind of sound I want to make, and I really didn't feel like I fit in here. So in my mind, I knew I'm going to end up, I don't know, in the States or in the UK. That was my dream. That was the vision. When I was asked, what is it that you want? What reality are you creating? I knew I'm not for Kenya. So let me make the music that I feel is international and see where that goes. And in my mind, you follow the steps, you do your part, and then the universe does the rest. So yeah, in my dream or in my fantasy, I make this project and then it will lead to something else. Yeah. It will lead to the next thing that will take me where I want to go. Yeah.
And are you manifesting that?
Yeah, that's what I'm working towards. That's what I'm manifesting.
So manifesting sounds like, is it an action that you do? Like when you say, like for example, you do the album, what does it mean now to manifest the next stage? At that time?
Yeah. So you're putting in action. Yes, you're following an impulse or inspiration. The inspiration now is to make a body of work, and you're trusting when I make a body of work, it'll lead to something, right? Okay. It's gonna lead me to the ultimate vision that I'm working towards, right? So it's baby steps. It's step by step, and it's to enjoy the journey to the destination of this manifestation, right? But I have to do something, right? I have to flow with the energy. I have to flow with the inspiration, and work my way into this dream. To now live it out as a reality. So as much as I'm envisioning it, as much as I'm feeling like it's already happened, what's the step that I can take towards it? And in this moment, it's make an album, make a body of work. That feels like the next right thing to do. And trust that it'll lead to something else.
Whoa, that's deep. So do you do another video of this album?
I think I did Isukuti Love, I did Rise, and I did Angels.
Angels,
Yeah, Angels. And Angels was like a song about grief, about loss, like losing someone and trusting that they are dancing with the angels in heaven.
Had you lost somebody?
Yes, actually. We'd lost a friend who passed away very suddenly in South Africa. And it was one of those ones where it didn't make sense. Like, we didn't understand what had happened. And she was such a beautiful person, such a bright and vibrant person. And then she passes away. And she had had like mental health struggles at the time, like right before her passing. And so first it was so confusing because I hadn't known that she had like mental health issues. For me, it's someone I went to primary school with, and I would watch her life from the gram, and she was just a beautiful soul. And so for her to pass away, it was just like, what? At this age, like we can die this young? What do you mean she's not here anymore? So wrote the song Angels, and we did this video where we're all in white, and so many people had lost people around that time, and the song, I guess, helped them deal with their grief. So again, like being in a situation where like, wow, something I made was able to speak to the experience of another person's life, and I guess maybe not just comfort them, but for them to feel like someone gets the feeling I've had.
Yeah.
So the power of that connection, and I guess using music to process your thought, also to deal with the loss of someone who's up here. Yeah.
Gone too soon, way before your time. Hurt so bad that you're no longer mine. I can feel you sometimes smiling down on me. Deep in my heart, I believe you're gonna be up there dancing with the angels in heaven. Can't wait to see your face again. I know I'll see your face again. Up there dancing with the angels in heaven. Can't wait to see your face again. I know I'll see your face again. Miss you so much, more than words could say. I know you hear me, and I kneel down to pray. I wish I could see you just one more time. I hope that you're happy, having the time of your life. Dancing with the angels in heaven. Can't wait to see your face again. I know I'll see your face again. Up there dancing with the angels in heaven. Can't wait to see your face again. I know I'll see your face again.
Hey, this album sounded very blue. Like
It was so blue.
There's no red, eh? There's not even one red song.
No, maybe there was a purple song. I think Isukuti Love is a purple song.
Yes.
Just because of how it resonated with people, the amount of airplay it got. I wasn't trying to get airplay, but I got it. The features I got on websites, like all over the world. It's been in a movie, like years later. It was
Which movie?
Plan B by Hassan Sarah Loladi.
Whoa.
It was in Plan B. People found it somehow. From the movie, they're like, I've been looking for this song. Like if you go to Isukuti Love, now you see I was brought by Plan B. I was brought by Plan B.
Yeah.
So it's
now
a
you'll
song.
see I was brought by CTA.
I was brought by CTA. So that's the first experience I had of not trying to make like a hit song or a commercial song, but having like somewhat of a commercial success, not like a bona fide hit, but for it to have longevity and for people to still talk to me about it to this day. I'm like, oh, that's a purple song.
Okay,
Yeah.
so talking about all these colors, gold being one that connects spiritually, where at this time when you're doing this album is okay. In fact, I need to ask this question just because I'm trying to understand New Age, Christianity, all of these things, how they come into play.
Yeah.
When New Age comes in, does Christianity leave?
Um,
Is there anything like a New Age Christian?